Hey everybody, welcome to another live stream. I'm in a typical Japanese business hotel. This is the Yonago New Urban Hotel. Let me show you the key right here. Let's have a look inside. All right, so some hotels have different styles. This one actually requires the key to turn on the lights, which means, oh wait, you can take the key, but some of them lock the key in. So just take note of that. This is a standard Japanese business hotel room. Yeah, it's not too bad. This room costs 5,500 yen, or about $48. So let's take a look at I would say this is kind of low range, your budget. You have a telephone. You probably can't call out. This is just to call within or to call the front desk. An alarm clock. There is a panel. These control all the lights. You can control the lights right from the dashboard on the pillow. This is a single, I'd say this is a double bed, maybe. You can fit two people uncomfortably. This one comes with a table. Now, not all of them are this spacious. You don't actually have to take off your shoes, by the way. I kind of usually do, but a lot of Western people won't take off their shoes. I've noticed. So if there's no place to leave your shoes, you don't have to do it, but I kind of always do that. And I leave it at the door, like here. Yeah, there you go. There's my bags. How you doing, everybody? Two hangers. This is absolutely like normal. This is exactly what you get. A place to put your luggage, a shoehorn, a flashlight, a flat screen TV. They all have it. Some of them are bigger than others. This one has Wi-Fi, a remote control, a hair dryer, tissues, sanitizer, notepad. This is like typical hotel stuff. This one has, I think somebody must have left this behind, but it says Urban Hotel, so you have a USB charger. I like that. That's a nice little touch. Inside is a hot water maker to make tea and such. They also give you some extra tea, and you can take this on the road with you. I like this. This is a nice little touch, so you can take a cup of coffee on the road with you. I haven't seen that in too many of them, but business hotels are made for business travelers, and many of them were made in the 1980s. You can tell this seat has seen some action. This is not the newest. There's a little bit of damage, but it's still very clean and very functional. It's just older. There's a refrigerator. It is running. I like that. That's good news. Some slippers underneath the luggage rack. Yeah, most of these business hotels outside of Tokyo, outside of Osaka, were built in the 1980s during the bubble era. And this was because a lot of travelers were traveling more for business. This is an age where the capsule hotels were springing up, and not everybody wanted to stay in a capsule. People wanted to have proper hotels to stay in. This was it. The business hotel was born. Probably back in the 1960s and 70s, and they just boomed in the 80s when business boomed here. I like having this little table here. I'm going to set up my laptop and do a little bit of editing. But yeah, it's pretty standard. Usually you don't have this table here. You'll have a desk here. So I'll set up my laptop here. There's usually only one outlet. This is the most inconvenient thing with Japanese business hotels. There's not enough outlets for me to charge my camera and stuff. So I usually have an extension cord with lots of other outlets to plug more stuff in. I have that in my backpack, so I'm going to be able to install that up and put that there. And usually there's an outlet near the bed, but they don't always do that. Once again, you can search the walls. You're not going to find another outlet. There's just one, and that's the biggest downside for me. I don't mind staying in business hotels. They're usually very clean and very functional. This one is sort of privately run. It's not a chain. That's another reason I like to support private businesses. Family businesses. The bathrooms are clean. I'm telling you, it's all plastic in the Japanese style, meaning if it gets wet, it's all good. There's no problem whatsoever. This is a usual business hotel bathroom, sometimes a little bit smaller. Depending on the age and the amount of turnover they get, they're not renovated and they can be kind of dirty. But this one's really clean. You have a Japanese style toilet with a spray wash, a washlet. It's not high tech. It doesn't have the big control panels, but it's functional. This one comes with a toothbrush, razor set. There's even a body wash towel. That's pretty fancy. And if you want to take a bath, there's something that you can put into the bathtub to make it kind of fizzy and all nice and clean in there. There's shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Usually, it comes like this. It doesn't come in little bottles. It's a community thing. And all the business hotels, whenever I go in there, 9 times out of 10, it's a community bottle like this where everybody shares, and they just refill it once a week. And I think that's a good idea. Why waste it? Little bottles. People usually take it home, right? Once again, there's the bath mat. The bathtub is clean. People use it. So that's good to see. The housekeepers, I think in Japan, they know that people actually use the bathtub. Look at that, and they've even done the little fold. Very nice touch. I'm pretty happy with this. This isn't going to be a very long live stream. The bed, we have to try that here. Soft, comfy, springy. I like it. It's not bad at all. Not all the business hotels have free Wi-Fi, believe it or not. Sometimes they'll still have the LAN cable connection. And what I actually travel with a little Wi-Fi router. I think it cost me about $10. And you plug it into the LAN ports, and it creates a Wi-Fi signal that you can use in hotels that don't have Wi-Fi. But if they have LAN connections, you can create your own Wi-Fi inside your room. I have one of those things. It cost me about $10 at the electronics store. It's nice to travel with, but it's one item more that you have to put in there. But if you know you're going to be staying in older Japanese business hotels, you might want to bring something like that. You can see here they have a fax copy machine. They have ice machine. Basically just about everything that they have in all the other morning calls they can do here. Not a lot of it is in English, though. We're going to see by looking through this manual together. The breakfast, I've had the breakfast here before over the last couple of days. This is the Japanese breakfast. It's 870 yen, or about $8. And it actually does look like what this picture shows you. It looks like this, which is pretty amazing. And then this is the yoshoku. This is the Western breakfast. I ordered this for tomorrow because I've had the Japanese breakfast the last 2 days. I'm just kind of curious. It looks like an omelet with ham, a salad, pieces of toast, and some apples and grapes and a yogurt. That's pretty normal. Both of these are about $8. Japanese business hotels that offer breakfast, it's almost standard. The price is usually this cheap, about $10 or less. The chain hotels will charge you like $20, $30 for a buffet style. Usually, Japanese business hotels are like this. It's reasonable price, and the food is usually really good. The times start at 7 to 10, but if you ask, they will serve this earlier for you. And believe it or not, this is something that you should know that is an option. Not at every business hotel, but if you ask, sometimes they'll put the breakfast and make a bento for you. If you're saying, I don't have time to eat breakfast, can you make a bento? They'll put everything into a box and give it to you, and then when you check out, you can eat that later on. So if you paid for the breakfast, you can still eat it in a boxed lunch, which is something you might want to keep in mind. Not all the hotels will do that, though. And they also have dinner. They have a restaurant here that accommodates 40 people. This is the Yonago New Urban Hotel, and I really like it here. You know, it's comfortable and pretty central. The first floor hotel, you can see here's some of the stuff that they have at the restaurant. Steak for 2,000 yen or $18. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable price. They have hide katsu teishoku, which is a breaded pork cutlet platter with rice and soup, is $8 for dinner. That's really good. They have a unagi eel on rice bowl for about $10.50. That's pretty reasonable. And they have beer. This is set. You get a beer and some snacks for about $8.50. That's a pretty good deal too. Let's see what else I have here. They have you can rent a computer They call it the Happy PC set. That's pretty cool. And if you want, they'll bring the rental computer up to your room, and it looks like this. It's actually a desktop. I think you can get yeah, it's a desktop. So they have decent computers that you can rent. They also wrote it a little bit of English if you discover, but there's not a lot of English in business hotels. Should you discover a fire, keep calm and report to the manager or front. So, there's some basic information. When leaving your room, close the door. It can prevent spreading of fire or smoke. So there's, the important stuff. If you're trapped, the important stuff is in English. If you're trapped, call the manager or the front for help by telephone. If the telephone line is dead, give a sign from the window with a flashlight or a sheet to call for help. And there's a flashlight right here. Cool. There you go. Japanese business hotels. Not all, a lot of them will be in booking.com. A lot of them will be available, and you'll see them a whole wide range of prices. The thing is with this is that not a lot of the services are in English. This is something where you can put your Google Translate to the test and see if we got kind of a little sunset here. This is Yonago at night. It's pretty quiet. Shh. There's the main street over to the left. So in general, business hotels are pretty convenient. Usually there's one available. The thing is, most of the front desk, it's family run sometimes, or if it's a chain, it's usually staff that cannot speak English because 90% of the people who go to these are Japanese, and they're usually very comfortable and they're very clean. Some of them are older, but if you find a good one, the price will be about 5,000 yen or about $45, $45 to $60 a night. They are about this size. You can see here, this bed could fit 1.5 people to 2 people, small people, or 1.5 normal sized people, or 1 big person. The bed is about 200 centimeters or 2 meters long, so it could fit someone that's about 6'4", 6'5". That's not bad at all. Little hair dryer there. And the remote control for the TV. I never watched the TV, but I like this. You can have access to, there's a USB port. So this is a newer one. They've renovated it a little bit. So I hope you like this tour of a Japanese, and here's the remote control. I can show you this really quickly. I got like 1 minute here. Now this is ondo, this is the temperature. Right now it's set for 21 degrees. This is up and down to raise the temperature. This turns it on and off, right? And the rest of the stuff you don't really need to know. That's pretty much basically it. This one moves the fan, the strength of the fan. This is makes it swing left and right. Yeah, and there's a timer for if you wanted to cut off, but basically that's about it. It's set in automatic. Turn it on and turn the temperature. And turn it off. Easy. Boom. Out in the hallway, sometimes they'll have a laundry machine, there's a microwave, there's a place for you to, what is that? I guess it's like air purifier. There's a microwave if you want to buy food, and later a table for community. There's also a video on demand. You can buy TV cards sometimes, that's an old style. And then there's a bottle water, so you can get some fresh water in there. Typical business hotel. I stay in them a lot. I think that they're pretty comfortable. They're good enough for me, and you don't have to go first class all the time. If you want to save some money, try it out. Just remember, you're gonna have to register, bring your passport. Everything is in Japanese, so the Google Translate app will be a friend of yours. But once you have done a Japanese business hotel once, it's a standard deal, folks. They're all pretty much set the same way, and there's a reason for that. The reason is that people are comfortable when they come to a business hotel. They know what they're getting into. Once you've been in one Japanese business hotel, you've pretty much been in them all. So I hope that's useful for you. If you have any questions, leave in the comments below. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and subscribe as well, because I always appreciate it. I'll see you in the next live stream. See you next time from Tottori Prefecture. The elevator closed on me. This one only has 4 floors, so I like that. It's cozy. It's a word for small. Have a good night and a good day wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye from Standard Business Hotel, Japan.